When I look back to the first week, the first thing that comes to mind are lots of lessons learned. The dream had come to me, this dream of being, a leader of a group, and we advertised. And we came down to the river, and one guy showed up. And he seemed like a very nice man. He was in a wheelchair.
I don't really know how he got down because he was in a wheelchair.
He had just come from Central Baptist Church. I can't go back to my church. I found you guys because I couldn't go back to religion. I needed something else. And he was crying. And I took a single tear. And I said, there's no need to cry anymore.
Wheels up. He's just angry, he's belligerent, I think he was drunk.
You don't need your religion. You found something that can replace it all and replace it tenfold. And he kept on crying, but I don't know. I think he seemed pretty enthusiastic about it.
He's yelling at us. He pulls out a knife. He threatens Alan.
Jay then Jay had this feeling that he wasn't actually paralyzed, and
I said, hey buddy, that's not who we are.
I tried to say to Jay, no, I think he's paralyzed, but Jay just would not listen to me. So,
and I picked him up out of his wheelchair, and
we didn't take him out of his wheelchair, but you just kind of flipped him over like you're in a like he was in a wheelbarrow,
and he's all tossing around.
Yeah, I wasn't getting in the water because I actually don't know how to swim.
And I yelled out at him. I was like, yeah, kick to shore, asshole. He couldn't.
I respect the water so much that I don't want to enter it.
He went down in the current a little bit.
Jay just said he had the strangest smile on his face.
Oh man, just seeing him bob up and down. Oh.
It was as if he was interested, but by the flapping of the arms and well, there was no movement of the legs. But I'm sure if he could move his legs, then there would have been crazy flapping of those too. And I just said, Jay, we have to get him out of there.
Alan was freaking out. He was like, hey, no, this guy is he's part of the family. He came down to help us out. I said, Alan, no, he pulled a rusty blade on you. And Alan said, but he's part of our family. He's part of our family.
He had stopped breathing. We decided just to stick him and slowly push him away.
He had actually grabbed onto the stick. I just remember his eyes rolling back in his head, looking up. I knew that he was ascending. He was ascending to the Moon Aquarium at that point. So I didn't want to ruin that. So we let him go. And we'll always remember him. We have his wheelchair.
We kept his wheelchair because we thought it would be good to keep around just the half in case anyone ever got hurt.
We watched him bob away like an apple.
We just sat there for a few moments and in silence, Jay didn't seem that upset about it, which bothered me. I mean, he just started playing with the wheelchair, and
I've been riding around in that thing so much lately, and I just feel him with me.
He said, well, he's up in liquefy land. He was the first one we baptized. There's something about the first, might call him the Jesus.
So, I really hope that he comes back as a ghost.
We're going to put a poster of him up, and we're going to have him in, when we do finally start our own kind of church building, we're going to have him up, and he's going to be the Jesus of the group.
And meets his brothers and sisters that he should have been with.
By him sacrificing his life, he, I think is going to open the doors for more people to enjoy, and more people to become Friends of Water.
But I don't really know how a ghost with no legs would get around.
I'm really glad, and I think he was. I mean, he was smiling the entire time until...
I'm not sure if they have ghost wheelchairs.
in a way, he did find the liquid lifestyle, and I think we helped him. After a while, I said, "Do we know who this guy's name was?"
Or if I'd have to give him his old one.
He might have, friends or family, and no, we don't know what his name is, and yeah, and that kind of added to the poetry of it. Kind of this nameless, wheelchair-bound Jesus. The day ended on a high note. I know death is sad, but I think it's only sad if you make it that. And
or maybe I don't know. Maybe I could give him a piggyback ride.
we didn't know his name, but we knew him.